this one. Using the thing, aren't you? Not this. Yeah. Hello. Ah.
Ready?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Technology Town Hall. I am today your compere for this morning. Julia is busy elsewhere. Slido, for those of you who are online, is #TS2410. And a special shout out to our NPS ICT colleagues who have recently received their new kits and hopefully should all be online. We should look at the numbers later on. Okay, so today we have people survey. Oh no, so this is the general sort of noticeable stuff. So people survey, 86% completion rate to date, which is excellent. And they've got a few more days left now, so final push, thank you. Just to mention NPS on Windows 10 now, there's 6 more left to be migrated, which is great. Special standing on Thursday, 11, so please try and attend that. Julie's going to give us the latest update on the new organizational design. So please dial in that one or attend if you're here in person. And please respond on the Christmas celebration, 14th of December. We also want as many people as possible to turn up to that, so please don't forget to respond to that. Okay? I'll press this. Okay, so first up, we have Smarter Working Survey, library training courses, and Katie's going to talk about that. Come on, Katie.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. I work on Kevin's team for Smarter Working in Better Technology. And so I come here to talk to you about 2 things, please. Okay, so the first one is Mako sent out a link to a survey on Friday. If you haven't filled it out, please fill it out. Just to help drive you a little bit, it's only 24 questions and they're all tick boxes, so you don't have to write anything. It takes like 2 seconds. Please fill it out. It's going to help us help the whole team work smarter and hopefully have everything go a lot smoother. So thank you very much. And the second thing is to push the library training sessions. If you haven't gone, please do. They're Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. One for Windows 10 and Office 365, one for Skype, and one for OneDrive and OneNote. So last week, Kevin and I went to these sessions because we thought if we were going to push you guys to go, we should be going as well. And I just wanted to share a couple of little things that we found really cool, because I know we both went in thinking, well, you know, we're relatively techie, we're going to be bored. So if that's the kind of thing that you're thinking, we just want to show you that there's a couple little things you might find cool. Oh. Okay, so this first one is this tiny little line in the corner. If you click it, it minimizes everything on your desktop, and then it comes all the way back. I thought that was pretty cool. Next one. Okay, this one, all the time, I try and move mine to the side to get like half and it goes all big. So we figured out the problem behind that, which is if you, oh, that's the same video. Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah, okay, now.
Go on.
If you sort of move it down instead of up, this little line comes up, and then not only does it come up on just half of your screen, but it brings up all the other tabs you have on your desktop so that you can get the other half. The other one was, I had no idea what OneNote even was when I went to the training session, but it was really cool because you can pull down from the meetings you have on your Outlook calendar for the day, and you can just pop that on your notes, and then once you've written notes for whatever training session you're in, you can just email the whole page to everyone that was at the meeting, which is listed there. Very handy. And last one. Skype for Business was just the fact that when you're setting up your meeting, if you just add the little join Skype meeting. It sends the link to the bottom, so anyone that wants to join in on Skype can join in as well. A couple of things. If you didn't know one or two of those, then come to the sessions and hopefully you'll learn a couple extra things. So thank you.
I should just say who I was really, in case you don't know who I am. I'm Kevin Dolby. I'm on due with SMT. I'm one of the product delivery leads, in case you don't know who I am. Okay, so next up, I'll just mention that, yes, I know stuff in Ithaca with those sessions, and the little bits and pieces that are quite useful to go on to the library. Next up, we have Karen Notaro to talk about employee engagement.
Thank you. I will leave the clicker. Dangerous giving me a microphone, but I promise I won't sing or talk for too long. So, I'm here to talk to you today about the Engagement Champions Network. But first of all, who am I? Who am I? I actually don't know. I have been a civil servant for almost 17 years. I know, I don't look old enough, right? Yeah, it's the cocoa butter, works miracles. I've been working in employee engagement for about the last 10 years. The Engagement Champions Network is actually one of the largest staff networks across the MOJ with over 1,100 members. And those champions are responsible for managing the annual engagement survey, by assisting engagement leads in the business, in asking, analysing and acting upon the results of the people survey. So I saw there 86% response rate, absolutely amazing. So I think you should give yourself a round of applause because you've done absolutely brilliantly there. And I see there your goal is 100%, so hopefully in 6 days' time you will get to that 100%. So what do the engagement champions do? Well, we hold sessions in the business with different people. We call them tea sessions, which stands for the engagement advocates. And as you'll see, it looks like a cup of tea. We offer different blends of tea. So it really is what you want as a business area. Do you need morale boosting? From 86%, I don't think so. Do you need help looking at your results? You need help seeing what the results are telling you? Do you need to come up with some different funky ideas of acting upon those results? That is what we can help you with by building and designing a bespoke session for you. We've got something called the Engagement Compendium. This is in its second stages at the moment. The original version took me 3.5 years to write. And it's actually got over 200 hints and tips in it to help you understand and take action upon each of the core questions within the engagement survey. It's an interactive PDF. As I said, it is in the second stages at the moment of being refreshed to include information on wellbeing and discrimination, bullying and harassment as well. So we hope that that will be launched when the people survey results come out on the 16th of November. And lastly, I see you guys are really sort of techie with Slido, and I didn't know those things about OneNote, so I'm definitely going to be going down to the library to look at those. And I was very interested by the sort of visual wall here. Basecamp is what the engagement champions use to communicate with each other. So you can imagine we've got champions up and down the country. How do they get together? How do they communicate? Well, we use Basecamp. So if anyone here is an engagement champion or would like access to Basecamp to see some of the things that's going on, do let me know and I'm happy to give you access to that so you can share some best practice. So we've actually now just finished rolling out regional engagement hubs across the UK. You can imagine that with over 1,100 people, it's pretty difficult to get those people in a room, or if you would, it would cost an absolute fortune to hire a room that size. So instead of doing that, this year we've gone on the road. So we was in Wales in February, we was in Nottingham in April, we was in London in May, we was in Scotland in June, we was in the South East and South West in July, we was in the North East in September and the North West 2 weeks ago in October. Engaging with all the champions from across different jurisdictions to get everybody talking to each other. We've also now started rolling that out across government as well. So in the North East and North West, we actually had champions from the DWP, the Home Office, and HMRC as well. So coming in and sharing what they're doing about engagement. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, engagement's going to be taking over the world very, very shortly anyway. Has anybody got any questions? That's it from me.
Questions? No?
No? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen. A couple of questions, Slido. Morning to the MPS ICT support team. Someone's online. Good. And where are the training sessions? The training sessions are in the library, just downstairs on the ground floor. Okay, so what's up next? Kudos cards. All right, let's see if I can read these on the board. So let's go over here, next to our people survey, which is doing great at the moment. So first one, to Helen Rhodes and Troy Penfield from Simon Thomas. On behalf of the OPG myself, I'd like to say a big thank you for your help support sourcing and obtaining a spare piece of hardware rentals for the state that is required in the resolution of ongoing incident. Without your intervention, we'd still be looking for a solution. So well done to Helen and Troy. Got one here for Steve, Clark and Jay from John Steele. Steve understood that as a comms officer, the Criminal Justice Inspectorate, I couldn't be without a phone, so he dealt with my problems properly and professionally, and I'm grateful from John Steele. So thank you to Steve, Clark and Jay. Well done. Okay, what else have we got here? To the TR States Every Team from Gun Show for being the greatest helpful and supportive colleagues and teammates. So, well done to TR States Every Team. Thank you. Okay. Oh, there's one more on the screen. This is for all those that helped out with the telephone handset storage, we say? Recovery, yeah, over at Clive House. It's a big undertaking, actually. It's about 1,000 phones.
955 phones.
Is it on there somewhere? Is it 95 handsets, 24 boxes, and all these people are involved? I want to go through all of them, but a great big thank you. Done at very short notice and a very supportive and you know, good team effort there. So thank you ever so much. So. It's a new spot. Tip of the day, Phil Ellis. You're on, Phil.
Kevin, he's so new, mate. So new.
Hello, it's Phil Ellis. Me and Ella had a quick discussion about this. So it's a new slot. It's only 30 seconds. People who know me, 30 seconds is almost a miracle. So I will do this, right. So what is my tip of the day? What is it about? Well, it's a piece of advice that I hand out and share, which helps me. You explain it in no more than 30 seconds, and it's open to all to share. So if you've got any suggestions, Ella's your lady. So what's my subject? It's about time management and focus. We all work, while we have a personal life, are all governed by packages of time. And that package of time can sometimes run away with us. So it's all about governance. So my tip is count the number of Fridays before an event, a deliverable or task has to be completed. I found this to be quite helpful when depicting certain time amount left. Rather than days or months or a date, if you do it by number of Fridays, people suddenly focus and say, goodness me, there's not a lot of time left, or plenty of time, or whatever. But sometimes it helps. So I've used this principle quite a lot, and it's a good way of advising people how keen a date can be, and if it's realistic or ambitious. London 2012 used the same principle for the Olympics, so it's quite a good tip. And do you know there's only 9 Fridays till Christmas? That's it. Thank you.
So, any more questions on Slido today?
No.
No? All right, well, in that case, thank you ever so much for attending, and see you next week. We'll see you around. Thank you.